And next up at UFC Fight Night, Vallejo's taking on Emmett. We've got Marwan Rahiki taking on Harry Hardwick. Carlos, who you got in this one?
I'm going to go with Rahiki in this one. He just seems to be very physical. Um, he's very technical as a fighter. He seems very comfortable on his feet as well in most positions that he's in, whether it's standing or on the ground. Um, Technically, when it comes to wrestling, he's able to get back to his feet. I haven't seen anybody just hold him down, but he doesn't just explode up. He actually uses his technical stand up to get back to his feet. And that just lets me know that he has the ability to do that. And against somebody like Hardwick, it's hard to judge because he came in, fought a guy a weight class up, and he fought, I think it was Kawi Fernandez, and that guy he's a killer. You know, he's going to beat your legs up, he's going to beat you up and bruise you, and he finished him. And it's not the fact that Hardwick isn't very good. He is well rounded. He's a very good fighter. He just got battered by a guy in a much bigger weight class, and uh, who's a monster in that weight class as well, and he's an up and comer. So I'm going to go with Rahiki because I think that he could do the same on the feet. It's going to be up to him to stop Hardwick wanting to take him down. But I also notice in a lot of Hardwick's fights, he'd rather stand than go to the ground. So he lacks in a little bit of wrestling as well, getting guys to the ground. So I'm going to favor Rahiki in this one, but because I don't know too much about Hardwick, even watching his fights and stuff. It's a little hard to tell. If it stays standing, Rahiki. If it goes to the ground, um, I don't know what Hardwick has, but I think Rahiki can get back to his feet. I think he can get out of bad situations, and I think he can get it done.
Yeah, we're cheating off the same test here, in my opinion. I see it the same way. I think if Hardwick gets this one to the mat, I definitely think he can have success, but I agree. I think he lacks in the wrestling. And I share the same sentiments Carlos does. His loss to Fernandez is no shame in that. He got his legs chewed up by a guy that's renowned for the calf kicks, and I think Fernandez is a real problem. We're both very high on him. But ultimately, you know, when you look at this fight here with Rahiki, obviously, again, UFC debut, coming off Dana White's Contender Series. He did get clocked in his Dana White's Contender Series debut, and he had to kind of weather a storm and come back. And he looked pretty impressive, in my opinion, for a 23-year-old. He's got very nice, slick striking. And one of the things that I really like about Rahiki as well is that he has that nice sort of over-the-top elbow that he likes to throw in the strikes. So he's got you backed up against the fence. He lands that shot beautifully, nice timed knees, and he's very measured on the feet. And he's got kind of a lot of competency on the feet for a 23-year-old. He's not necessarily coming in, you know, when he sees you hurt, he's not kind of overzealous. He's very measured on the feet, which I like. Good takedown defense as well. But I do think that Hardwick here could definitely come in and ultimately use some grappling. But I think realistically we're going to see Rahiki really just use his striking, measured pressure as well, and really just beat Hardwick to the punch on the feet, all pun intended. And I think realistically that when you look at Hardwick's fights, that he's a little bit plodding, he's a little bit unathletic, and I think Rahiki's going to have the speed advantage here on the feet. So I like him to get it done. I don't necessarily think that he'll find the finish. I do think this will be a back and forth moments where Hardwick does kind of show, his, kind of experience here. But I do think that Rahiki should ultimately get this one done on the feet, probably by unanimous decision.